NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we've got a couple teams searching for their first Super Bowl. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans, and it's coming up next.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Us all set, and we are underway from Nashville, Tennessee. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
For everyone who expected the highly touted Trevor Lawrence to champion the Jaguars to instant success last season, well, they got a little bit of a reality check. Despite the struggles, though, he still took on a major leadership role within the locker room and among the team. He also flashed some of his considerable potential on the field, particularly in a defiant Week 18 win over Indianapolis that knocked the Colts out of the playoffs.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Danico Autry is in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Even trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Lawrence to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. It's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
There were a few eyebrows raised when Tennessee took Malik Willis in the 3rd round this year, but rest assured, Ryan Tannehill is still the man in Tennessee after leading the Titans to the top seed in the AFC last season. His 12 wins were the most he's posted in 9 seasons as an NFL starter. And he's only the 3rd quarterback to lead the Titans to 3 playoff appearances in the NFL, joining Steve McNair and Warren Moon.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slam. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. They find some open field here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a 2nd back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
point after is Randy Bullock. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So the drive there took 6 plays, and Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But now it's 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Lawrence will throw. Eluding the pressure right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 67 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now it's Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
First down there by Austin Hooper, who we remember was a 2-time Pro Bowler with the Atlanta Falcons. Wasn't used quite to the same level in Cleveland, This is a great opportunity for him to get back on top of his game, though, with Tennessee. Remember, this Titans organization sent Delanie Walker to 3 straight Pro Bowls and loves stretching the field with its tight ends.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Tannehill. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
The defense was ready for the back-to-lead out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Throwing again is Tannehill. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he will have a Titans 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Will send this one away after the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Henry running right. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Tannehill. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd down at 4. To the air again, Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Another target and catch for Robert Woods. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 4. Tannehill. He's got it over the middle to Jeff Swain. And the Titans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Tannehill. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. 4 yards on the touchdown ground, and the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Treylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Lawrence over the middle. He's got Chenault. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for Jacksonville in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill, Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Robinson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Robinson again. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, you have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
Now, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Etienne will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Ryan Santoso now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll start with a give to Henry. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Tannehill.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 46.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
They begin with Henry. Oh, he bowls over him. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
113 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 more on that one and another first down. Going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Henry. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Let's not, baby.
A first down carry for Henry. And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 22 on a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And
into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Titans have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns got him in the lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not going to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now Lawrence.
Shot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll run for it with Robinson. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 195 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission. I think
you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple of more times?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.